Have you ever experienced a profound shift in your life, as though you were awakening to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you? A spiritual awakening is often like an intricate personal journey, far from linear, more akin to the twists and turns of a DNA spiral. Some of us loop through various stages, while others skip ahead, but each path is uniquely designed for the individual. Despite the differences in our journeys, common elements unite us all. Let's take a closer look at the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, offering simple yet meaningful insights into each stage to help you recognize where you might be in this transformative process. In the initial stage, one is deeply rooted in the realm of the ego. It's a space where thoughts and emotions reign supreme without conscious awareness. At this point, individuals identify strongly with their thoughts and feelings, perceiving them as fundamental aspects of their identity. The ego exerts a tight grip, allowing little distinction between self and subjective experience. During this phase, people often find themselves reacting to life rather than actively shaping it. A sense of control feels elusive, leading to defensiveness, anger, and negativity. Life can appear to unfold in a predetermined way, with trauma reinforcing a belief in helplessness. The individual becomes entangled in their personal narrative, viewing life as something happening to them, rather than something they have the power to shape and influence. At this stage, individuals create their reality actively, but their perception of others remains clouded. They interpret the world through the lens of their own experiences and projections, making it difficult to truly understand or see others clearly. This distorted view of the world limits genuine connection, as their reality is deeply filtered by their personal biases. The unconsciousness stage is marked by a profound entanglement with the ego, where the boundaries between the self and the external world become blurred. The journey towards spiritual awakening begins with the recognition of this entanglement. It is the realization that one must break free from unconscious patterns to explore the deeper layers of existence. This awareness marks the initial step toward greater self-awareness and a deeper connection to the profound aspects of human experience. As one progresses, they reach a transformative phase known as ego death. This stage involves a significant dismantling of the ego, the subjective self that shapes one's identity and perceptions. Ego death is not a literal end, but rather the dissolution of the rigid beliefs about who one is. The individual realizes that the ego, the story they have built around labels such as gender, age, race, and beliefs, does not define their true essence. This process wipes away preconceived notions about life, God, and religion, leaving a sense of emptiness and detachment. Yet, out of this stripping away emerges a new internal space, a separation between the subjective self and the observer self. It is here, in this space of detachment, that the true journey towards spiritual awakening continues, as one begins to view life from a place of clarity and inner stillness. The observer self, once obscured by the ego, now becomes more apparent. The individual begins to understand that they are not merely the sum of their thoughts, emotions, or the identity shaped by the ego. With the dissolution of the ego, a new awareness emerges, an understanding of the observer self, the part of us that quietly witnesses life without being caught up in the narratives crafted by the ego. This realization marks a profound shift in perspective. The individual starts to see that the ego is not the true self, but rather a construct shaped by societal conditioning, personal experiences, and learned behaviors. This stage opens the door to a deeper understanding of the self, unveiling the illusion of the ego. The stories and labels one has clung to are not the core of their being, leading to a pivotal transition toward greater self-awareness. Ego death signals the start of a journey into deeper layers of consciousness. propelling individuals toward a more authentic understanding of reality. As they move beyond this phase, the spiritual awakening continues into the stage known as the search. During the search, individuals embark on a quest for truth, seeking to uncover the answers to life's most profound questions. This stage involves a deep exploration of existential mysteries and a longing to understand the essence of one's existence. People often turn to spiritual texts, teachers, and various forms of wisdom, immersing themselves in ideas that explore the nature of reality, the purpose of life, and the nature of God. Motivated by an earnest desire to comprehend who they truly are, why they were born, and what life means, this search phase becomes a transformative period of inquiry, self-discovery, зрение и пробуждение. Эта поисковая деятельность не является простой интеллектуальной занятостью, а сердечной эксплуатацией, движимой глубокой тяжестью к ясности и цели. The individual is propelled by an inner urge to connect with a higher understanding, and this quest often leads them to spiritual practices like meditation, contemplation, prayer, or channeling. These practices become essential tools for navigating this phase, offering pathways to tap into deeper truths. As they journey through this stage, individuals may find profound comfort in spiritual teachings that resonate with their expanding awareness. Reading and learning become more than just a quest for knowledge. They become gateways to enlightenment, with each new insight offering a sense of lightness and connection to something greater. This phase is marked by an eagerness to absorb knowledge that aligns with the evolving understanding of the self and the universe. As the spiritual awakening continues, individuals eventually arrive at a pivotal stage, the emergence of the authentic self. This phase is characterized by a profound shift away from pretense, where individuals consciously acknowledge their true nature. The facade that may have been carefully constructed over time begins to crumble. Pretending becomes increasingly difficult, and a deep discomfort arises when trying to conform to societal expectations that no longer align with their evolving sense of self. In this stage, the individual begins to uncover their genuine essence, reconnecting with the version of themselves that existed before societal conditioning took hold. It's a return to the authenticity often seen in childhood, a time before the pressures of society molded and shaped the individual's identity. This period of emergence is marked by the shedding of layers, revealing a self that feels truer and more aligned with the core of who they are. There is a heightened awareness of what truly aligns with the inner self. Unbalanced relationships, unfulfilling occupations, and pursuits that no longer serve the authentic self begin to naturally fall away. The individual feels an increasing inability to suppress their true voice, accompanied by an unwillingness to compromise on their genuine desires and values. This stage often involves significant life changes. Jobs may be left, relationships reevaluated, and living situations adjusted to match the emerging authenticity. It can be a time of upheaval, as old energy that no longer resonates is released, making space for new, higher vibrational energy. In addition to external changes, this period also triggers profound internal transformations. Emotional wounds and past traumas may resurface for acknowledgement and healing, leading to a necessary process of release. During this phase, emotional turbulence is common, as the individual undergoes a deep purging process. Physically, the body may manifest what are known as ascension symptoms, signs that it is adjusting to new energetic frequencies. These can include heightened intuition, vivid dreams, premonitions, and other multidimensional experiences. The individual becomes increasingly attuned to a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. As the spiritual awakening journey progresses to its final stage, the individual transitions into a life of alignment. Here, they live in harmony with their authentic self, experiencing a sense of peace, fulfillment, and purpose that reflects their true essence. This phase represents the harmonious integration of every aspect of oneself with the world around them. It goes beyond simply embracing the authentic self, extending into a profound connection with all facets of existence. Living a life of alignment means deeply understanding and connecting with one's soul, mind, and body. It involves a compassionate acceptance of personal limitations and a gentle embrace of the imperfections that make up the unique essence of who we are. In this state of being, self-compassion becomes a guiding principle. There is a recognition that true alignment is not just an internal experience, but extends to relationships with others. Having embraced their own authenticity, the individual naturally overflows with compassion and forgiveness for the limitations of others. They understand that each person is on their own unique journey, doing the best they can with their current level of awareness. This phase is also about nurturing oneself, becoming the supportive parent or guide that may have been needed earlier in life. It is a journey toward unconditional self-love, fostering an environment of inner understanding and kindness. As self-love deepens, it naturally expands outward, cultivating compassion and empathy in interpersonal relationships. A life of alignment, however, is not confined to human interactions. It extends to a broader connection with the natural world. Individuals begin to realize their interconnectedness with nature. The trees, plants, animals, the air, the earth, and even inanimate objects. This connection becomes a lived reality, not just an abstract idea. While alignment celebrates the beauty and light of existence, it also compassionately acknowledges the darker aspects of life. These challenges are not met with cynicism, but with understanding, as the individual realizes that every experience, light or dark, adds to the richness of the human experience. If this video resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who might appreciate it. Feel free to leave your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Until next time.